Bring in another quarterback this week?
We'd like to. We just don't know.
Yo, would that not be the craziest thing in the draft, Rich?
What's that?
49ers trade up, take ShedeurSanders, let Brock Purdy walk and tell him, kiss that $60 million goodbye. What would y'all do if that happened?
I mean,
what if the 49ers said, Brock
though.
Purdy, we're not giving you $60 million. We're trading up and taking Shedeur. That'd be crazy. Like that'll.
The NFL just got flipped on its head. The 49ers, a team that was supposed to cruise with Brock Purdy at the wheel, are suddenly scrambling for quarterbacks like shoppers raiding the shelves before a storm. And who's at the top of their list? ShedeurSanders. Yes, you heard that right, Shedeur. This isn't just some throwaway rumor, it's the kind of bombshell headline that makes fans drop their nachos and wonder if football just went into overdrive. Right now, the quarterback market looks less like strategy and more like Black Friday chaos. Every team is clawing for the last shiny toy on the shelf, and that toy happens to be ShedeurSanders. Forget patience, forget development, forget logical planning. The 49ers are in full panic mode.
Had 3 teams. So y'all ain't know that this come from the inside. Somebody in the inside is sick of the Browns they sell. 3 teams asked for Shedeur. They want to train him. They want to start him. You know what the Browns did? Nope. We gonna keep him. Nope. See, that's the devil. But let me tell you one thing. God said you will release.
All because Brock Purdy tweaked something, and now it feels like San Francisco is cursed all over again, haunted by the ghost of Jimmy Garoppolo. 1 minute, Purdy was the golden child, the answer to decades of quarterback disasters. The next minute, bam, he's out. And suddenly the 49ers are wandering the quarterback aisle at Walmart like someone who forgot to buy milk. And at the end of the aisle, ShedeurSanders, packaged like the future of football, still wrapped, still smelling like pure potential. Everyone's pointing, yeah, that's the one. Grab him before Miami does. Because let's be real, the 49ers love drama. They can't just play football like a normal team. No, they've got to make it cinematic. Adding ShedeurSanders, that's basically...
It's been fun to watch. It's been really cool. You never know how it's going to work out with them just going there and the whole transfer rules and stuff, which I don't even understand. Hopefully I won't ever have to. You don't know how it's going to work, but he's just fun to watch. Just everyone being such a fan of him growing up and then how cool he is now. But really what made it real was just watching their first game. We didn't have... That was a week before we started, and I was actually just hanging out at a house, and I got to watch them versus TCU. And to watch how their team played was the coolest thing. I mean, everyone knows how cool Dion is. We always talk about the silent tape and how a team looks, and to watch those dudes come out and...
Greenlighting Season 3 of Quarterbacks Gone Wild, Bay Area Edition. Meanwhile, Cleveland is running its own soap opera. Ownership loves Shedeur. Jimmy Haslam is basically ready to adopt the kid, telling everyone, that's our guy. That's the quarterback who'll carry this franchise into glory. But the coaching staff? They're over there saying, cool story, boss, but we'd rather give scout team reps to Bailey Zappi. That's not just dysfunction, that's comedy. That's like buying a Ferrari and leaving it in the garage because you're having too much fun driving your 2005 Honda Civic. Fans see through it. They're not buying the excuses. Every week Shedeur sits, the chants get louder, the patience gets thinner, and the pressure builds higher. And when ownership is tugging one side of the rope and coaching the other, history says ownership usually wins, because...
No, I'm a Cowboys fan. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been keeping up with the Browns way more than I've been keeping up with the Cowboys. Because of Shedeur. And I ain't gonna lie, the Browns gonna be my secondary team this year. And I can't stress this enough. Because of Shedeur. But with that being said, sometimes I catch myself as a Cowboys fan coming off as ungrateful because it's underwhelming as we perform in the playoffs. We still in the playoffs. And I just feel so bad for Browns fans.
Billionaires don't like being told no. Eventually, the cries will get too loud. Cleveland will have no choice but to unleash him. And here's the kicker. If they don't, they risk looking like the dumbest team in the NFL. Either they waste his talent while the team sinks, or they trade him, and he becomes a superstar somewhere else while they're stuck holding a bag full of regrets. Both outcomes, pure Cleveland Browns. But Shedeur doesn't lose. If he stays in Cleveland, he's the hero who saves a cursed franchise. If he lands in San Francisco, he becomes Kyle Shanahan's new golden child. If he goes to Miami, he instantly becomes the chosen one in a city that hasn't had a real quarterback savior since Dan Marino was rocking perms.
Cleveland Browns, just trade him. Just trade him. And again, bro, I could be wrong. He could be a bust, whatever. But he's bringing something positive to your franchise. That's all he's doing. Shedeur, I don't know what this. It's just this hate, this forced hate is crazy, dog. It's a crazy thing to see how much forced hate they are doing with this kid. He was not in the news. He was not in trouble. He was not.
The guy literally has NFL plot armor. Even if he throws interceptions, fans will blame the coaches, the O-line, the weather, anything but him. And Miami, that might be the funniest scenario of all. Dolphins fans, desperate for Tua to figure it out, would treat Shedeur like a messiah the second he arrives. He could throw for 90 yards and 1 touchdown, and they'd act like he just cured traffic on I-95. Restaurants would name sandwiches after him. The mayor would declare Shedeur Day. ESPN would spend 2 weeks debating if he's already better than Marino. But 1 overthrow, 1 interception, boom. Those same fans would be tossing his jersey into the Atlantic Ocean before dessert. San Francisco, Miami, Cleveland, 3 cities, 3 levels of...
For why Kyle might like Shedeur.
I would like it.
He likes Mac. He likes Mac, and Mac isn't the most mobile quarterback. Shedeur, he may freelance a little bit, but he's not that mobile. And he's not as mobile as Cam Ward or even Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
He says he models his game after Tom Brady. Hey, don't we all? But I think the way he talks and like the way he operates is kind of up Kyle's alley. He tries to throw with touch. He tries to throw with anticipation. He tries to win from the pocket. Those are things Kyle likes. He'd be cheap. He doesn't have to be elite. Just be on a rookie deal. And if you get Shedeur and you could trade Brock to the Steelers for the 21st pick, then you can get a defensive lineman.
Of chaos, all orbiting around 1 rookie quarterback. And the wildest part, he still hasn't even been trusted to run the scout team. Right now, ShedeurSanders is basically Bitcoin. Everyone wants a piece. Nobody knows exactly what it's worth, but they're all convinced it's the future. San Francisco wants him to save the season. Miami wants him to erase decades of frustration. Cleveland wants him to sit quietly until they figure out what they're even doing. 3 different stock markets, all trying to trade the same asset. Now picture Thanksgiving weekend. You're sitting there with a plate full of turkey, watching the Browns on TV, and suddenly, there he is, ShedeurSanders, finally starting a game. The announcers are losing it.
This is concerning. You have Mac Jones. He's a really great QB too. But after Mac Jones, who do you have? Adrian Martinez, who has never taken a snap in the National Football League. The 2 quarterbacks that they had during preseason, Tanner Mordecai and Carter Bradley, they aren't even on the roster. They took every other preseason snap that wasn't...
The crowd is chanting his name. The cameras cut to Deion Sanders in the luxury box, wiping away a proud dad tear. Meanwhile, Brock Purdy is at home icing his elbow, scrolling Twitter, realizing he just got Wally-pipped by a rookie who wasn't even running scout team a week ago. Brutal. Fans are foaming at the mouth, social media is melting down, and if Shedeur plays well, Cleveland will be unbearable. If he struggles, the me will be ruthless. He'll go from the next Mahomes to the next Jamarcus Russell before dessert is even served. But that's the magic of this saga. No matter what happens, ShedeurSanders wins. Because he's not just a quarterback anymore, he's a storyline, a headline, a franchise-altering gamble that the entire NFL is addicted to. And the funniest part? He still hasn't even run the scout team. Only in the NFL could that kind of madness make perfect sense.